Hello, hello. Good morning, or good afternoon, or good evening, or wherever you are in the world.
Good time zone.
Good time zone. It's very early for me. I was on Rise sprints until after 1 a.m. and it's now 8 a.m.
Oh, hun. Oh, no.
1 a.m. our Rise time or your time?
My time.
So, Rye was on till like 2 a.m. then?
Almost
3 a.m.? Oh, shit.
Yes. I don't know. Hello, Rise.
Oh,
Speaking
That
of,
late night crew isn't joking.
it's Peace Talks. We got to get all the books.
You know, I have completely forgotten that I'm doing Realmathon. So, hey, Brianna, did you know you're live?
Oh, really? No way. I should probably make sure that I'm muted.
Yeah.
I got a Google notification about my own video yesterday, too.
I did too.
I get emails about my own videos.
I love it. I'm just like, YouTube, I posted the freaking video. What makes you think that I would not be aware?
Be aware.
Hello, everybody. So I think these are unofficial Realmathon sprints because nobody else is doing them right now. And most of us can't read without sprinting.
I mean, sprinting, it does make reading fun and communal.
It really is. And it's also super helpful for people with ADHD.
Yeah.
Speaking of people with ADHD and reading, so Emma joined our sprints last night, like on Margaret's channel, and was reading, started Legendborn, started it from fresh on the channel, and read 155 pages while I was passed out asleep beside her.
Okay, so that's how Derek is. He won't pick up a book for a month, but then when he does, he'll sit down and read an entire 400-page book.
Yeah, she just flew through it.
How do you do that?
That reminds me, I probably should have my book handy.
Yeah, I'm not officially Realmathon, but I'm around.
You're like a minor Earl in Serene.
I'm just a happy mermaid, okay?
Morning.
So what are we? Why don't you introduce yourselves? Because we have some new people.
Good.
Well, hey, I'm Cal. My channel is Retrieving Books. I talk about books and my golden retrievers. I am on Team Realm Calamus for Realmathon, and I'm doing BookTube beta this month.
Yeah.
Nice.
And what are you reading today?
Oh, and today I am reading Year of the Reaper by Micaiah Lucier, which is a dark fantasy.
How are we enjoying it?
A lot. I'm really, really liking it.
Are you turning into a dark fantasy reader?
I never disliked dark fantasy. I have certain tropes in it that I don't like, but I'm really enjoying this one because it's plague and warfare and political intrigue. So I'm really enjoying that.
I like those.
Mm-hmm.
And Margaret.
Hello, I'm Margaret. You can find me at The Word Nerd. I talk about books. Sometimes I talk about Batman, and sometimes I talk about writing, but less often writing than Batman right now. I almost never talk about writing for the last year or so. Anyways, that's a whole other thing, and this isn't a therapy session. But
I mean, sometimes they are.
Sometimes. I primarily read fantasy, but I kind of read a little bit of everything. So, hey, Nevaeh!
Margaret says hi, Nevaeh.
But yeah, I'm going to be reading, if I read, because I probably am going to do video prep and film, but if I do read, I'll probably read the Atlas 6, because I do need to let the stuff I just put in my hair sit in my hair for a bit.
There you go. What is everybody reading in the chat today? I have 20 minutes left of In an Absent Dream. And then I will continue on with
Nice.
Come Tumbling Young.
What number is that?
Thumbnails, because that's a thing that needs to happen today.
Oh, I need to do that today too. But only one for my screen.
Otherwise, my video tomorrow will get published at 7:30 in the morning with nothing on it.
Whoops. That's funny. I need to retake one of my thumbnails. I think I'm going to retake the one for the review I just posted, because that thumbnail is getting 0 click-through rate, and I don't particularly like I just want to change it up so I have a little bit more room.
Right.
And funnily enough, we just had a cold snap in Florida because Florida doesn't know what the fuck it's doing.
What? Cold snap, Florida? You
Cold
don't
snap. Like it was very brisk yesterday, and today it's very nice outside. Ooh, Skyward is so good. I enjoyed it. It's very nice outside, but my house, because it is a Florida house, holds in 0 heat. So
That's
it feels like a walk-in cooler in my house.
fair.
Like I walked outside, I'm like, why is it not cold outside? Ooh, someone's
Guys
reading.
going on a new hunt. Take lots of pictures because your kiddos are adorable. Drowned Country, more graphic novels. There's so many graphic novels. So Cassie said something like, as of yesterday, there had been like 1,300, something, some ridiculous number of books that had been submitted just for peace talks.
Oh.
That's insane. I haven't finished one yet for Peace Talks.
When did Peace Talks start? Let me ask that question.
Peace Talks started Friday night, 7 p.m. in your time zone, and they end tonight at 7 p.m. in your time zone.
Okay, so let me ask another question. Does it just count the pages you read then, or the book you finished?
The book. The start and finish books.
And I finished the book on Friday night.
Huh?
No. It has to be a book you started and finished.
I started during Peace Talks? Okay.
Yeah.
She said, like, if you started it, like, a little before 7, it's fine, but, like, be fair about it. Like, if you wouldn't want
I only read the last, like, 20 pages.
Yeah. Like, I won't count Year of the Reaper, but I would count the, Count Your Lucky Stars.
Yeah. No, I finished my first book of the month Friday night. So that tells you how my reading month is going right now.
Fair.
I think I've already finished, like, 8 books this month.
You've been hustling. I think I finished 4.
But they also, like, have mostly been very short books. Like, page count is sad.
Maybe I'll just, like, I'm only a few pages into Long Halloween, so maybe I'll just restart Long Halloween, so at least I put some effort into Team Serene, because I have done nothing this
No,
month.
it's okay. Don't put any effort into Team Serene. I think they have enough effort going on.
I have a constitutional need to pull my weight.
Constitutional,
like physical, not like.
I knew what you meant. I knew what you meant.
Lynn also feels the cold snap.
Okay, what do you mean by cold snap?
Like, is it now 60 degrees instead of 80?
Oh no, wait, there's like a light breeze. Like, oh.
So yesterday we were getting like let's see, what was yesterday? Today is like a normal temperature, and it's really frustrating because it's like 60 something in the house. It's 62 degrees outside. What? I'm confused.
So it's like a nice spring day.
But it was below 60 yesterday, but I don't think by much.
Because I want you to know that yesterday I got rained on, snowed on, and hailed on while dog training.
I am so sorry. But also that is a choice that you made. Don't make me. I'm not gonna feel sorry for you, because I know that you would have. You could literally be in the subarctic tundra, and you would still choose to do dog training yourself. You wouldn't put the dogs through it, but like you would be fine with it.
Well, how else are they gonna get pheasant?
All right. I hope this one works because I didn't have the sound on. Now I do, but hopefully it works.
Okay.
All right. Mute your mics and we'll see you in 45 minutes.
Perfect.
And we're back. Did you hear that?
I'm here. Yes, I did hear it.
Did you hear the timer?
I did hear the timer.
Well, you didn't have your headphones in.
Yeah,
So
that's
it's
why.
your own fault. How did we do?
Good. Good.
I showered.
Always
I cleaned off my TBR cart, so everything's back in its place from when I did a video with Bree, and I changed my sheets
That's
I read
exciting.
6%.
so I wouldn't have to fold them.
I finished In an Absent Dream. 18 pages. I hate it when the font is small. You don't feel like you're progressing.
Yeah, it's a slog, that's for sure.
Right. So I finished In an Absent Dream, and I gained 30 points for Serene.
Nice.
Yay!
Those
I'm
books
not
are like
counting my points.
ridiculous for like high points for Serene. Yeah.
Hi, Laura.
Hello, Laura. Have fun at yoga.
Enjoy yoga.
I'm
I
jealous.
need to get things cleaned up so I can start doing that again.
Right. 35 pages. 3 chapters of your graphic novel. Yes, graphic novels are fantastic for this weekend.
Margaret, I have to tell you about the meet cute in this book because I think the meet cute might make you read it. So he's riding a horse back to his hometown where he hasn't been in 3 years, and he gets off to do something, and she comes up and steals his horse, and he's like,
I'm there.
that's my horse. And she's like, oh, I'll just leave it at the stable in this town, but I really need to get there quickly. He's like, so I'm just gonna like walk back to this city after like 3 years of being a prisoner. And she's like, it's fine, I'll leave you the horse there, whatever. And then when he sees her again, she needs rescuing, so he rescues her, and then she's like, wow, thanks, and then like still rides the horse back. And then later in the stable, she's like braiding the horse's hair, and he's like, she doesn't like braids, and she's like, yes, she likes braids, okay. And at one point they're like, he's like, oh, she's like, people are scared of you. He's like, scared of me? You're not scared of me. She's like, yeah, well, you're my friend, we share a horse. And he's like, we do not share a horse.
You had me at she stole his horse.
That's how they meet. She steals his horse and just is like,
What's
sorry.
the title of this book again? It's Year of the
Reaper.
Year of the Reaper.
That's hilarious. Yeah, no, that sounds like a Margaret book.
Yeah, right. My first thought was like, oh, this is a shit Margaret.
Oh yeah, that looks like an interesting that. You said by Makia Lucier?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that looks like an interesting one.
Mm-hmm.
And is it adult fantasy?
Yep, it's in a standalone too, so it's just
perfect.
Just like
I'm
the one and done.
We love standalone.
We do.
I am looking for more adult fantasies to read that like are comparable to Queen's Game.
Oh, I guess it's like new adult. Actually, it's probably perfect for you because they're 18.
Yeah.
So it's like adult, but not like it's like new adult.
Yeah. But not in the like college sexy. Like
no.
I feel like the new adult genre gets such a bad rap because it's like its own, like the only thing in new adult is smut.
Yeah. Well,
It's
they
definitely not
tried.
that.
I mean, traditional publishing really tried with new adult, and I think new adult is something that does better as an indie thing,
Right.
because of the just because of some of the stuff that is new adult. So technically, as a genre, it doesn't exist, but I think it can exist as like an age category if you're looking for specific things. But like with fantasy, like there are adult fantasies that start when the person is 6. Like with adult fantasy, no one cares what age
Assassin's
you are.
Apprentice. Well, and I think this is very much like you wouldn't want to give this to your 15 or 16-year-old to read because it's like really gruesome. But like in terms of like, I mean, maybe you wouldn't. I don't know. I don't care what my 16-year-old reads.
Straight from middle grade to adult.
If I had a 16-year-old, I would not be censoring what they read. I could see that some people would be like, "Oh, this is a little too dark for maybe my like more anxious kid," but they're still not like 30, you know, like it's still more of that, like they're still younger.
my goal is to like have it be more of a crossover. So like you look at like Six of Crows type thing. You look at like, not that I like him, but Nevernight, where like you can have some of the older YA switch into that. That's my goal. Simply because like it's not like what I am writing now is not a YA story, but I do eventually want to be able to follow them past when they would be YA age. And a lot of my plot points make more sense if and feel less weird if they are 18.
Yes,
That's fair.
I agree.
I'm like, it's really weird that he's been in this marriage for 4 years since he was 15. We're going to have to do something about that.
Yeah.
So.
No, maybe not.
April 10th, 2016, my Facebook status was, can we just talk about Scarlet Witch?
That's a very Cal Facebook status.
Yeah. And then also 2015, the year before, this Smart Serve course is kind of making me wish I was living during Prohibition. So, great.
I love the Starless Sea. How are
It's so
you enjoying
good.
it? It's just such a beautiful book.
Soft, gay beauty.
Now, have you read The Night Circus?
I haven't. No.
I think you would like it.
That's what Bree says too. I need
Like
to hop on.
especially because it's the same writing style as the Starless Sea, but then like also with some Addie LaRue vibes because it's it's historical because it takes place like right around the turn of the century.
I could get behind that for sure.
It's just wonderful.
I just now got the notification that you're live, by the way.
Oh, fantastic.
Just
I got
popped
the
up.
email that I'm live.
Perfect.
I had no idea that
know.
you were live until I got that notification. I was so surprised by the fact that you were doing reading sprints with me.
Yeah. It's just
I didn't
wild.
realize I was on your channel until then.
Right. I have Cal and Margaret linked down below, and then also I Nightbot put the channel.
Guys, I just hit 900 subs.
I was about to say, Cal and Margaret are both super close to 900, which is
Cal was
super close
closer.
to
Cal was,
1,000.
And we 1,000 is the that big goal. So,
but like you're
but
both
900 makes me very happy.
Yay! And Margaret's only like what 20 away, I think.
I'm 24 away at this point.
Okay.
I got one yesterday.
Yeah.
I'm also 109%. Oh, never mind. I am at 880.
There you
That's
go.
new. I'm also up, and this is sad. I've gained 23 subscribers in the last 28 days, and that is 109% higher than the last 28 days.
That's amazing.
Yes.
My favorite was when it was like 1,000% higher. I was like, that tells you so much about 2021, and I'm depressed.
Oh, yeah, no, my 2021 was just awful.
So. No, Brianna, you're probably going to see me disappear for long stretches of time, a couple of times, just because I'm getting ready to film, and that means doing my hair and stuff.
No, the reason I asked that in the private chat is because you had your blankets over like the camera.
Oh,
and I thought you were like hiding in the. I thought you were pulling it
It did
out.
kind of look like you were crying in the background.
This is really what you did.
Okay, but did anyone
And I
notice?
was just like, oh my gosh, are you okay?
I had this moment where I completely forgot we were doing this because I was like reading and Shira is on, and the Shira theme song came on. I was like, "We must be strong, and then I was like, "Oh, I'm on live."
So when the sprints started, I made my bed, and I forgot that I needed to change my sheets because it's Sunday. And then I went to fold my laundry and was like, "Oh, it's Sunday. I need to change my sheets." And this is the chair that I put everything on because I can't put anything on the ground because dust mites.
Right.
So,
no, I figured it out after you started moving stuff, and I was like, "Oh, that's not." I just like really thought you were like under the blanket.
No, if
we have caught Margaret in the midst of the Great Depression
in this sort of manner because I'm cold. If I was crying, which I don't do,
I thought maybe you just hit a very emotional part of a book.
Well, I know you don't cry for books, but like, okay, so if I'm crying, okay, we'll do this.
We'll do that. We can talk about whether or not Margaret can actually cry later.
It's gonna yell at us and tell us that we focus.
It yells nicely, at least.
It does. All right. Well, I'll see you in 45 minutes. I'm going to go look presentable. Hello.
Hello.
We are back.
This kid just said Seahawk isn't cool, and I'm like, how am I supposed to be in the same room as this person who thinks that Seahawk isn't cool?
So who just said Seahawk isn't cool, and who is Seahawk?
Yeah, Seahawk is a bisexual pirate in Korea.
By definition, that's cool.
By definition, that's cool, right?
Like, I need no more information.
They so maybe they have a habit of lighting all their boats on fire. Like, whatever, you know?
Yeah, but that's part of being a chaos bisexual.
I was gonna say that's chaotic bisexual energy.
Right? Yeah. You guys get it.
Yeah, I do.
See,
I
yeah.
do.
Chaos bisexual energy.
I made it to 37% of my book.
I have switched books, and I don't know how far I made it yet.
I read 6 more percent. I'm at 60% now.
Rachel, this is a whole mood. I have to do that today.
Oof.
Okay, wait. I think I found it. Okay. Okay. Hold on. Let me stop this.
100 pages left. Need to take a shower. Start my vlog for the week. Also, no, wait. I did a vlog clip this morning. We're good.
Okay, so I read 20 pages of Royal Assassin because I was doing tasks, so I figured I would listen to an audiobook because I had to finish my hair.
Fair. Do you have a live show for that one coming up?
It's going to be at the end of April. No, I don't. This one is me reading on my own. Mad Ship is the one that's at the end of April. Like the 26th or something.
So you have to read this one before you read that one.
I do not have to read this one. Technically, they're separate series. So you can start Robin Hobb with either of them.
But it's definitely helpful.
I just tried to start this one, this series before I got, and I didn't finish it.
Right. Very good.
But Mad Ship is over there, and it's really funny because I now know I am right without having to read the book because the front is a very big. No, it's over there. It's a big spoiler. Like I make a prediction in my vlog for Mad Ship, and like the cover of this book is like, yeah, you were right, which I'm really excited about, actually.
This is amazing. What did you think of the Starless Sea? Cal, how did you do?
I read 6%. I'm at 60%.
Nice.
So yeah, almost done. I need to finish it soon because it's on Libby and it's due back.
Oh no.
Yeah, I'm like
One Last Stop is amazing. I agree.
So good.
Speaking of chaotic bisexuals.
Right. Just all the chaos bisexual energy.
25 pages.
Did I respond to the right person? Yes, I did. Okay.
I don't think I've read that one yet.
It's a Shay Earnshaw book, so I don't know that you would have.
No.
Yeah,
I
no.
can't-
No, I read their first one, and I have their adult one on my TBR. I agree. The Starless Sea is a 5-star book.
Absolutely a 5-star book.
Yeah, that's kind of. I was working on my editorial calendar while listening to my audiobook, and then like you know how Google Calendar will like put holidays up, and it's like tax day, and I was like,
"Fuck,
how rude!"
It's the 18th this year, right? I have one more weekend.
Yeah,
I have one more weekend to get this together.
Right. Will I probably just file for an extension? Yeah.
We'll see. I may just because my dad has TurboTax, so I'm going to be filing through his TurboTax.
Oh yeah.
Alex is doing all of it.
It'll all depend on if I owe money or not.
I don't usually owe money, but like I can't do the free 1040 because no. So like the thing about getting the tax credit for healthcare is it then disqualifies you from having a totally free 1040 tax return.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, this is a tax on the poor.
No, like taxes just in general are stupid.
Well,
yeah, the way we do them is really stupid.
Well, yeah, the way that we do them.
Like
because if the government already knows how much we owe, why don't they just send us a bill?
And that's that's the way a lot of countries will do. They had that set up in California, and Intuit threw a fucking fit when they tried to federalize it.
Yeah.
But that's the way that a lot of other countries like Australia, they send you a bill, you make sure there's nothing else that needs to be taken off, and you either sign it or you say, hey, here's my deduction.
Yeah, that makes sense. But we have stupid people that make us do
And like, here's the thing. If we did that, Intuit could still make money being like, hey, make sure you have all your deductions on your taxes.
Yeah.
Like, they could still market their product.
Well, and businesses too, like business tax stuff would be still complicated.
Right,
So
right.
Yeah. Which I'm just like, here's my thing. I want to be able to choose where my taxes go at this point. Because I want to be able to say, no, don't send it to the military.
Right.
yeah,
Veterans,
that would be democracy right
active
there.
military, no. I don't want to be funding any more takedowns of socialist.
I wouldn't
leaders
even
in
mind
South
funding.
America.
I wouldn't even mind funding the salary of the people in the military. I just don't want to buy more.
Or like military health care and benefits and stuff for like military wives and stuff. But
Yeah.
That I am okay with. I just don't want to be buying more military equipment that we don't need, and also going and bombing brown people. I don't want either of those things happening.
100%.
Like, why does the U.S. even need a military at this point?
The U.S.
If
needs
it's
a
not-
military so that Canada never gets invaded because nobody will bother us. Oh, I'll be right back.
Taxes just give me anxiety. That's all.
Yeah. And see, mine are still pretty simple because it's just me. So.
I would say this year will probably be the last year that they're like simple. Next year they will not be.
Yeah.
Because we'll
Max,
like,
that could be
we'll
so
have
many things.
like
So many things. I am assuming Max is talking to me about, or is agreeing with me about the I don't want my taxes going to
yes.
unseating socialist governments in South America.
Right.
So I have a serious problem with that. Like, let them do what they want to do.
I feel like most people do.
Yeah.
They just don't do anything about it.
Actually, no, I think a lot of Republicans, like all Republicans, are like, but it's socialist, and so it justifies them killing.
Okay,
and
so
starting
I was reading In an Absent Dream last night, and I'm fairly certain that it's really just a commentary on socialism versus capitalism, because it was talking about how, like, because that one's like the whole logic and like fair value and like the trades are fair. And there was one example of like, you know, you have one ribbon, I have 100 ribbons, so you're so if the price was one ribbon, it's not fair because it's not your last, like, it's your last ribbon, it's not my last ribbon. And I was like, right. I got you.
That's also a Bible story.
Well, yeah.
So
I feel like the Bible's pretty socialist if you like interpret it.
Very much. Yeah. Okay, literally in Acts, it says that all of the Christians sold all their property and put it into the church so they could support each other. I'm like, Jesus was a fucking socialist.
It's only some people ran with those churches and said, "Oh, we can make 1% of us very wealthy."
No, that's Constantine's fault.
It's not even 11. It's 10. It's not even 10 in the morning.
That like, you can't get away from that.
The worst thing that happened to Christianity was a imperialist emperor deciding he was a Christian. That's what happened. That took us from the oppressed to the oppressor.
On his deathbed too.
Yeah.
On his
Who knows if he even did? They might have just like, because basically all of Rome became the Catholic Church.
Yeah.
So like it was just their way of holding on to power when the empire fell. So
in completely unrelated news, I found out that the Little Free Libraries have an app, and there are so many around my house.
That's cool.
I know. I think I might go on a hunt this afternoon.
Cal, I think we should go on a hunt around Brianna's house as well when we are in Utah.
Sounds good.
Yeah. Since we haven't figured out yet what we're doing when we're in Utah for the day.
Probably have a call about that, shouldn't we?
We should.
We should probably read though first.
We have to focus. All right. See you in 45. Hello.
Hello.
Hey.
How are you?
I got 10% done, so I'm at 70%.
Yay. I have to check this
Well,
one.
let's see. Well, my good friend Fitz Shiv is not doing well right now. He is about to get into some trouble. Fitz Chivalry.
Oh,
Brad?
Fitz.
Yeah.
I was like, who the fuck is Fitz Shiv?
Technically, his full name is Fitz Chivalry.
Yeah, I know that, but like my brain didn't make like I was thinking like a shiv, like the tool you would use to stab someone in jail. I was not thinking like.
Okay, there we
Cal,
are.
are you okay this morning?
I mean,
I guess
you
it's
heard
not
how I
even
woke
morning
up.
for you anymore.
No, it's not.
It's not. We're fully in afternoon.
Yeah. Back
Okay.
in a bit. Chose something else. What did you choose to read?
I got 31 pages of Royal Assassin done, and things are getting twisty and turny.
Just as we like them.
Just as we like them.
I mean, if you like political intrigue, this is the series for you because there is so much that he is learning and having to keep track of, not just because there's shit going on in the court, but because he is the bastard. And so there are complicated politics with him just existing.
Yeah, people want him pretty dead.
Yep. So I also made myself samba for breakfast.
Nice.
So that's good. I'm eating food before 6
40
p.m.
pages and ate lunch. Very good.
Nice.
99 pages read and ate lunch. All right, lots of eating. 30 pages of The Other Einstein, a historical fiction about Albert Einstein's wife. That's
Other Einstein.
20 pages. War
I cannot hear Einstein's name without thinking of Baby Einstein and the children I used to babysit. Because that was a whole movement.
Very nice. Very nice. You're right, it was. I think I'm maybe too old for that.
Whoa. Hi, what are you doing? God, I hate Twitter. Sorry.
You're good. I theoretically should finish this book in the next sprint, which will probably be the last sprint.
Oh.
Okay.
Because then I think after that, Mel is doing sprints at some point.
That'll be perfect because I'll be able to write the reviews that I'm doing today and then go straight into filming.
There you go.
I need to film 3 videos
I have
today.
one sit-down video that I need to film today that I'm looking forward to having the video. I'm just not looking forward to filming the video.
Fair.
Because it's my quarterly stats and favorites. And I love watching those videos, but filming them,
It's a lot.
My notes for it are all over the place, so I need to fix that.
How do your stats videos do?
I haven't done one in a while, so I don't know.
Okay, well, keep me updated because I might start doing that if that gets views.
I feel like whenever people are filming them, whenever I watch them, people are like, these are my favorite types of videos, and comment sections say that they like them. So we'll see.
Yeah. I mean, I don't always have great success with popular video things because I'll put something up that someone else got hundreds of views on and it's similar and it'll just be like, oh, nobody's paying attention to this. It's fine.
No one's paying attention. Yeah, I don't know. So we'll see. I just needed an extra video for Veda, so I figured I would try something.
Yeah, I highly suspect that a lot of my current subscribers, or a good portion of them, are people who do not actually, they subscribed to me and then forgot I existed.
Well, if that's the case, you would have lost a lot of subscribers during beta.
Yeah. We've been gaining, not losing.
Right. So, I think it's funny that I found, I've had people start commenting on older videos, and I guess it's because, they watch the beta stuff, and then, an old video pops up.
Fair.
I was like, oh, cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, I only have 55 minutes left of the book. And on 2 times speed, I'll be done in this next sprint.
Freaking serene, let me tell you.
Yeah.
Those mer people over at Serene. What a slippery fish.
There's some advantage because most whimsical books tend to be shorter, but there's disadvantage because not a single one of them is going to be a Cassidy favorite.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah.
You're definitely not going to find a military whimsical fantasy.
I'm going to write one just for you.
You know, I feel that if it is a whimsical fantasy, that there are military elements in.
It's supposedly the definition of military fantasy means that it has to have someone from the POV that like is in the military.
I could probably find you some examples that fit.
I feel like Shadow and Bone would count.
Yep, for sure.
Okay.
Because it is definitely magic.
Mm-hmm. See, you say that, and now you've got me back to my shower musings, which was that like I want to see, like, we've gotten the resurgence of She-Ra. Now I want to see a resurgence of Princess Guinevere and the Jewel Riders.
Okay, wait a fucking second. We've gotten the resurgence of She-Ra. You haven't watched it.
I don't watch
there's not a resurgence of it.
I'm just saying, as long as we are bringing back my 90s faves, let's bring back Princess Guinevere.
You haven't watched it. You watched the heterosexual nonsense, which was Bridgerton, and you haven't watched She-Ra. I don't want to hear about it. I don't want to hear about it.
That's because Bridgerton had one season I needed to watch that was 8 episodes, and She-Ra has 4. And
5.
Also, I am supposed to be waiting to watch it with you after we finish Loki and I think one other thing. Because you asked me to watch it with you.
Yeah, well, okay.
How do you like them apples?
Let's watch it.
Got you there.
Let's watch it right now. Margaret?
We are doing sprints, and then I have to film a video if I'm going to continue Veda.
We're going to take Porto after to a pet store where they have, like, you can bathe your dogs there to get them used to dryers and stuff.
Oh, nice.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. That's such a smart idea.
So it doesn't happen when he's 6 months old and like, things are scary. Okay,
no,
don't.
I have such many things that I am planning to do when I get Tessa to like make grooming her so much easier than it was with Susie.
Just brush her as a baby, and then she would fall asleep while you were brushing her.
Yes, my main thing is I want her to be.
I want a 120-pound dog that falls asleep on the grooming table.
Yeah, that my main thing is I want to have a dog that do what you did with Doyle, so that she's not freaking out when people mess with her paws. And then most of the grooming I probably will do myself because we did it with Susie. Yeah. And I'll only take her in every now and then.
Yeah,
but
it was just too big to do myself.
Well, and it's I mean for Doyle it's less of an issue, but for with a dog like a Schnauzer, for example, there was a dog at the training thing I was doing yesterday where they were doing an eval on it. It was a shepherd husky cross. They touched its paw and it growled at them. So like for a dog like a Schnauzer, a shepherd, whatever, you don't want your dog growling at people.
That's a quick kick out of grooming.
Yeah. I don't think Doyle would ever do that, but
I've seen groomers that will like because there's someone that they post their grooms, a couple people, and they'll deal with dogs that are like jumping and like they don't deal with any growlers, but like will snap at them and stuff. Like they had a doodle mix that the owner had not brought this doodle mix in like 6 months. And it was only their second time getting groomed. And like
yikes.
They were not able to finish the groom, but they tried until the doodle like yanked his head out of someone's hand so hard it hit her in the face.
Yeah, see, I just wouldn't I guess they want to make money and stuff, but like if I'm working, I don't want to work with shitty pets. Like I just wouldn't.
It was more like if you listen to them, it was more about like we don't want this dog to have to be living this way because it's kind of matted and like they haven't been keeping up with its fur and like somebody's got to take care of these dogs.
That's not my fucking problem. If your dog is gonna snarl at me,
they did tell the dog
ways to fix that. It's just you have to be patient with them.
Yeah, they said this needs to be groomed by a vet and said don't come back.
All right, this is going to be the last sprint, guys. So I will see you in 45.
Cool.
Hell yeah.
Hello.
Hello.
How did we do?
Well, I wrote the scripts for both of the videos I'm filming,
Nice.
so that's good.
We have a Bree here.
Hi, Bree.
Holy crap, you finished Obsidian. Weren't you like 70 pages in last time?
Damn.
That's impressive. I could be wrong. I could have missed that. But that's fine.
Nice. I'm
That's
impressed. So,
Max is asleep.
There.
no one is surprised by that. The only time that Max doesn't get startled by these is when they are on them.
Right.
I didn't realize Cal hadn't been on a stream with Max until last
true.
night.
I'd never met Max.
It's wild because you're on literally every stream and Max has only been on like 3. So how is that like, or 2? Like how is that even possible that you've been on every stream except like the 2?
I know. It's like, it's not right.
No, it's not. And if you told me this, I would have fixed it sooner.
Well, now you know.
If that makes more sense. Here I was thinking I was reading slow.
I've been working on it since January of 2019.
That's fair. I'll be honest, you're not missing much.
I put it down for Blackathon and just never picked it back up.
I feel like that's the
and not because I wasn't enjoying it, but like I just couldn't get back to it because I had other stuff I had to read, and then
that's
Jake
my
Kristoff,
least
Jake
favorite
Kristoff
trilogy. Cal, did it hurt when I decreased your magic?
Ugh. The desert winds, they are a blowing.
Wouldn't you be
flooded by the ocean?
I'm gonna be real. I've mostly been increasing magic, but the one time I did decrease it, I went for Bale because I was like,
that's fair.
They're so big.
Bale is like literally twice as big as everyone.
Yeah. I was like, I could fuck with Brianna's team, or I could go for the people that are scary. So.
I feel like that is smart. I feel like if it were possible, all of us should just, but I know it's not because we're like not everybody's touching.
Yeah,
Brianna can't even.
Like, why doesn't everyone gang up on the big guy?
Well, because like you're only touching 2.
Yeah, I know.
I think that Bale actually has a little bit of a disadvantage because of the way the scores are averaged. It's based on per person, so they just because they're the biggest one, unless you're like all of those people are actively like reading a bunch, it actually could hurt them. True. However, in Cassidy has been like dropping hints in her weekly vlogs, and Ascana is the one that's in 4th.
Who's surprised?
If there's one thing I've learned, is that everyone hates Ascana and Bale.
Well, it's not that we hate Ascana, it's that it's such a harder one to do well in.
It really is, yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like they're probably going to end up, because like Polar Fantasy is another one where like they're really big books, so people are taking longer to read them, but then they're all going to kind of like flood in.
At the end of the month.
Not to harsh anyone's buzz, but technically I feel like Polar Fantasy fits in Whimsical Fantasy.
Rude.
I'm just saying genre-wise.
No, not you, Beth.
It's a subgenre of
Calamus.
I'm just saying, like, if we're talking subgenres, it's a subgenre of the subgenre.
Which one is?
Polar Fantasy. Like, a lot of that would count for Whimsical Fantasy.
Well, and that's so like on some of the recommendations, they would be like, this book would count for either one.
Yeah, what's Bale again? What's their genre?
Fantasy romance.
Oh.
which is why it's so big, because
It's so easy.
well, a lot of the people that are not fantasy readers go for fantasy romance.
So that they can just read like something with fantasy elements, but
Yeah. Like you could read like
City of
witchy
Bones.
romance books, and that would technically be a fantasy romance.
It's funny because people say they're not fantasy readers, but I guarantee you they read a genre that is in fact actually fantasy.
Oh yeah.
Sci-fi
Fantasy is
fantasy.
everywhere. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like
I've been trying. I think most of the ones that I've done have been increasing my magic.
yeah.
But which like the Wayward Children, it's like 30 points each time. But the last one was more to decrease, so we went for Calamus.
That's okay.
I don't want to fuck with any dragons.
When I finish Year of the Reaper, I'll just go undo some of that damage. Not all of it, because I didn't start it during this weekend, but some of it.
But some of it.
But some of
Well,
it.
no, so that the like the plus the peace talks is just plus 10 for your realm, even if you're decreasing.
Oh, okay. So I
Yeah.
can undo. I can nullify it. I can nullify
Right.
it.
You just wouldn't nullify the plus 10 that I got for.
Yeah.
Because like
that is the right way to do things, Jane. I add up both ways and then just
That's
pick the
exactly
highest.
how
That
I
is
do
the right
it.
way to do things.
I don't even add. I just go and I go flip back and forth, increasing, decreasing, and check whatever applies. So I don't have to think too hard about it.
I usually I'll do like whatever's like the most points.
Whichever one is the highest.
You always and you start at the bottom of the list and go up because you can only hit 5.
Yeah.
You only do 5 prompts, and the ones at the bottom are worth more.
I just don't want to think too hard. I think that has been made clear with all the readathons I participate in. I'm just like, oh, did that fit? Nice. Cool. So
That's fair.
You spent all of your hard thinking on your master's degree. We understand.
yeah, it's gone now. It's over. Wasted it.
Melissa's on bail, pretty much only increased. I mean, I feel like it's peace talks. We should be increasing our own magic.
Yeah, get more bang for your buck, anyways.
Bree filmed a part of the hall from the little libraries.
Nice.
Also,
Okay, I am going to blow your mind, Bree. When you have cake to finish, the best way to do this is you have dessert before lunch, you have lunch, you have dessert after lunch.
or you just have
Healthy.
dessert for lunch.
That's very healthy. I really like that method.
Oh, my dentist is going to love me when I finally make an appointment.
Yeah.
I am terrified.
I don't have benefits right now, so
I have benefits
very
now, and I haven't figured them out, but also I don't want to go to the dentist because it's been like 10 years since the last time I was there.
Oh, yeah, me too. And I have a lot of anxiety.
Yes.
But
so much dental
Derek said
anxiety.
his dentist will prescribe you Xanax before your appointment. I was like, yes, please.
That's funny.
Oh my God, what a smart idea.
I already know that they are going to have to go in because so unfortunately I was blessed with teeth that have very deep crevices. So it's really easy for them to get cavities. Like my mother had them coat our teeth in something because it's a family thing. So we wouldn't get as many cavities. And I can see that there are some spots that they're going to have to fill. And I just don't want to do with because that means there's going to be a needle in my mouth. And I'm not.
All right. You're afraid of needles.
See,
God.
I am hopeful that when they have to do that they will actually put me like under general anesthesia instead of just laughing gas.
So where I am, at least the dentists I have been to, they don't do that. They'll put a topical anesthesia on there.
Yeah, that's how they normally do it.
They hit you with the hypodermic needle full of anesthesia.
I don't want to know that that's happening.
And I hate it. I would much rather have an experience like I did with my wisdom teeth.
Just be asleep. Yeah. Just be fully asleep.
I started counting down and that was the last thing I remember until I was throwing up in the toilet upstairs.
Okay. Well, when I had my wisdom teeth removed, I just remember waking up and telling the nurse that my dog was red and that I knew about something about Iraq. I was like, the geography in Iraq, and she
Yeah.
was like, all right, that's enough. Like,
You're done.
No, I apparently swallowed a lot of blood on the car ride home.
oh,
That's not good.
Yeah. So
That
that first day was rough.
Well, we're going to
Depends
call
on
it
the
a day. Is
dentist.
there anything that you guys want to plug on your channel?
so I think I'm gonna do sprints at 7 tonight, 7 p.m. Eastern time.
Okay.
I don't know if you guys will be there or not. If you are, well, let me know.
I'll be there at some point.
I will be in the chat, but I have to do family dinner because I canceled on yesterday.
Yep. Is Doyle allowed to
Listen.
come though this time?
Yeah, because it's just at his mom's.
I can understand why someone who has a whole bunch of people at their house might not want another, like a dog there as another person. But
Yeah,
also,
I
if
just
your
service
family
dog.
member if your family member has anxiety and has a service animal, you really shouldn't be able to say no to that. Like, you
I mean,
should
I
not.
get it. She has a brand new baby, but I just like wasn't in the middle of headspace to like deal with.
No, that's absolutely valid to be like, listen, thank you for inviting me. I am not able to mentally right now.
I definitely just faked a work emergency.
I know
And
you
then I'm
did.
good.
My policy for stuff like that is like, if it's just a fucking dinner, like a family dinner, it's like, well, if the service dog isn't invited, then like I'm not invited.
Mm-hmm.
Are you gonna uninvite a wheelchair? Like, no, you're not. So
Yeah, I'm lucky enough to have friends that I can be like, guys, I'm not. I mean, obviously including you guys.
Mel's doing her sprints. It's either 2 or 3 Central Time. So in a couple of hours. She like they're scheduled for 3, but then she said she might come on early.
Yeah.
There you go. So you have a couple of hours to go be productive other than reading, and then I think she should be like finishing out Ramadan.
we're gonna go wash a dog.
That sounds
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna go on a little free library hunt because that app you can like add them all to your route and then you open it up in Google Maps and it like literally plots the whole thing out.
That's amazing.
I know.
That's like route optimization software for delivery companies.
Brianna, if you
Yes.
find either King of Scars or either of the first 2 Grisha books in hardcover without the dumb Netflix sticker, please get them for me, and I will
Brianna,
take
if
them
you
home.
find a signed first edition of Pride and Prejudice from 18 whatever itself, please, the hardcover only though, I'm not interested. Please please get that. And but like I need it to be in perfect condition though. Like I need it to be like really like no tears, no nothing. Okay?
Yeah,
Okay.
absolutely.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
Like I literally just
You're
need
putting
the
a lot of
best
faith
jacket.
in you're putting a lot of faith in the fact that it's gonna be more than just like Mormon books.
Yeah, that's
I
what I was
mean,
making
I
fun of Margaret.
know. All of the ones in my neighborhood are boring old people books.
I did find Shadow and Bone, the hardcover gray, the gray cover.
Yeah.
At my thrift store.
I love those. I have the newer ones.
It was $1, and then like I was watching a haul where someone was like, "I really want this cover, but I can't find it. It's so rare." And I was like, "I have it sitting in my basement right now."
Yeah, because it's the older ones. I have the newer ones from the rebrand, and like I didn't get them when I first started liking the series, so I got Rune and Rising in time to get it without the Netflix sticker, but the first 2 have it literally printed on the cover, and so does King of Scars, and it makes me angry.
Oh well.
I don't know if mine do or not. I'll have to look.
So mine has a lot of like James Patterson in mine, and
well, you're not in Utah, Bree.
I know.
So, like, I'll see them in all 14. All right. Well, do you guys have anything you want to plug real fast?
Oh, yes.
Tonight.
I have my wrap up coming out today, and then I'm going to be redoing my If Books Were Superhero tag twice this week. One is just me redoing all of the re-answering all of the questions, and another one is a very special Batman edition one.
Nice.
Because I'm extra and Cal talked me into it.
Oh, Margaret is doing her wrap up in the first third of the month.
I have been.
It's not, I mean, no, today's the last day for it to be the first third of the month.
Especially since you filmed it last weekend.
But anyway. Yeah, I did film it last weekend, but I wasn't going to be able to get it up So I tried to keep my normal videos on the days that they would be going up
That's
normally. So
All right. Well, everyone's linked down below, and you should go check everyone out. And we'll see you next weekend on our sprints.
When we talk about more wordy, nerdy things.
We're talking about more wordy, nerdy things.